Despite outward appearances, this horrible thing that you're going through right now could be the very best thing that ever happened to you. I want to tell you a little bit about a conversation that we were having the other day. A really good friend of mine was laid off. And basically, at their organization, they were offering early retirement to a number of people, and she was offered early retirement. And when I say offered, it really was not offered with the opportunity to say no, if you know what I mean. It was, this is it, you guys are gonna have to go, this is what we're giving you, this is the package, thank you for the time that you've been with us, and off you go. And she was distraught. And rightly so. You've been with an organization for a period of time, and it's time for you to leave them. And there's a lot of emotion that's going to be going through. So we were sat down one evening, a couple of friends, and she was in their midst, and we were commiserating with her and really saying how sad we are that she's lost her job and how terrible it is. And all of us were, except one. One of us was just watching this entire conversation and saying nothing. And so I said to her, well, you don't seem to be saying anything, like offer some sympathy. Why would I? This is the best thing that has ever happened to her. And all of us obviously at the table sort of stopped and stared at her and went, why would this be the best thing that ever happened to her? I said, because now you're free. You're free to figure out what you want. You don't have to be the person that is defined in your job description. You don't have to do only the things that are in accordance with where you fall in the organization, and you don't have to earn whatever it is that some human resource manager sat in a board decides you are worth. You are free. And I thought about that. You are free. And it completely changed the conversation at the table. Because now, instead of commiserating, of course, all of us were just thinking, well, what could you do with all of this freedom that would enable you to have the kind of life, to make the kind of living, to have the kind of pay, and to create the kind of impact that you really do? Well, about 3 hours later, and a couple of bottles of wine, to be honest, she had it all figured out. And the woman who had come to dinner, sad, upset, morose, unhappy, sort of left bouncy and happy that she'd been laid off, and she could see the opportunity that afforded. The thing that you're going through now, that you might consider to be the worst thing that ever happened to you, it could be the foundation or the harbinger of something even greater. Here's the thing though, you gotta change the perspective about how you see it. Because if you don't change perspective, then it just continues to appear painful and hard and sad and disempowering. Think about it. What is that thing that you're going through right now that is really, really difficult? You don't know. It could just be the thing that is stretching you to become the person that you need to be in order for you to create something greater that you could have had you remained in your comfort zone. And I'm sure that at some point you'll look back and you'll think to yourself, it hurt, it was painful, but I'm glad that it went that way, because I wouldn't have it any other way.